Hello, sweet team. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. Do y'all see how slimy or slippery this catfish is? No worries. We're gonna get it nice and clean. So I begin by spraying it with some vinegar. You can pour it over it if you prefer, but I have this spray bottle that I like to keep vinegar in, and I use it for my fruits, vegetables, anything that needs vinegar, okay? And I just love it. So once I'm done spraying the entire fish with vinegar, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some salt over it as well. Now, to get it so nice and clean, after sprinkling the salt, I'll allow it to sit for about 2 to 5 minutes, okay? And then we'll come and scrape off all the slimy mess. All right, so here we're back, and using your fingertips, you can just go right ahead and scrape the slime right off. Okay, it is that easy. And if this is how you like your catfish, after this process, just go ahead and wash it super clean, cut and enjoy. But using a knife, I am going to go ahead and scrape this baby so clean. If you didn't like catfish before, you would like it after this. I'm transferring it into my sink, and I'll spray it once again with my vinegar, and then I'll sprinkle some salt over it, and we will get to scraping this baby until it is bright as daylight. Continental food, madam. After scraping for a while, you want to run some water over it to clean it so that you can see where else you want to scrape to ensure that our catfish is nice and clean. And look at what the vinegar does. It helps you scrape it right off. You can see it's just running right off your catfish, and it'll be nice and clean while you're enjoying it. You're not even thinking about nothing, okay? Once we're done, we will cut some and we will fillet some. I decided to fillet this baby for you all because after my catfish and egg sauce video, some people were like, oh, catfish doesn't look like this. It's not filleted. Oh gosh, I'm like, okay, I'll show y'all that you could fillet your catfish as well. International food captain will show you how to make pizza, jollof, mango and okra soup, sushi and pastries. All this and more. Sweet and just like that, our fish is nice and clean. So now comes the cutting and filleting, all right? I'm just going to go ahead and transfer this baby onto a cutting board, and then I'll locate the backbone. All right, there's a bone that lines from the belly area all the way to the back of this fin right here. That's why I left it on to help me locate it, and using a knife, I will cut alongside that bone, okay? That will separate the filleting part from the head, and you can easily fillet it right off the bone. To fillet a fish, you're pretty much cutting the fish off the bone. So you want to line your knife right next to the bone and cut it down, okay? So you just want to make sure that that's where the bone is, and then right over it, just as you see in the video, you just cut above the bone, and you want to be as close to the bone as possible so that you are not losing a lot of flesh to the bone, okay? We Ghanaians, we don't do this filleting stuff. But just in case you want to make your egg sauce with catfish like I did, this is how you can go ahead and get the fish right off the bone and enjoy your egg sauce with it. I usually keep the skin on because I don't mind enjoying it. But once this is done, I'm going to share how you can take it right off the skin as well so that everything pretty much melts in your mouth. After filleting, I leave the tail part on, transfer part of it into a tray because I don't want this fish on my counter and my cutting board isn't big enough. Now you can fillet it and leave the skin on just like this, but as I said, I'm just going to show you all how to take it off the skin. So leaving part of it on the fish helps you get a better grip on it, and then on an angle you want to take the fish off the skin. Okay, you don't want to cut it straight down. It will cut right into your skin and then you'll have a hard time taking it off. But with a good grip on it and the knife on an angle facing downwards, you will take this baby right off the skin. And it is that easy, that simple. You can do it. As you can see, this is the skin. There's no meat on it. It is perfect. And here is our fillet of catfish. I'll fillet the other side and then I'll share with you all how I easily cut this. So you see, there is hardly any meat or flesh on this bone, and that is how I fillet and take the skin off my catfish. From this angle, you can see the bone that I'm talking about better. It lines right from the lower belly all the way to the back fin right there. Okay, so you just want to use your knife to kind of guide you in cutting it and then straight up fillet your fish. All right. So we are done. We have 2 fillets. We'll set that aside. Do not throw this in the garbage. You will regret it. We're gonna make fish stock out of it. It is super flavorful and you don't want to get rid of it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and set this one aside, and then we'll move on to the second fish, which we will be cutting up to make soup, stew, fancy, whatever it is you want to use this fish for. Hey, you be my guest, but I'm just going to finish cleaning up by cutting off any gills and fins and anything that I don't want as part of my fish. All right, so once I'm done cutting it using a nicely sharp knife, I'll cut it, and I cut it around the bone because trust me, the bone is kind of hard and you won't be able to cut through it if you're not strong like me. But this shears, this scissors right here, oh my goodness, it's my best friend. Y'all already know I love it. So once I cut around the flesh, I just go ahead and get the shears and I clip it right off. Somehow I have the strength to do that, but I don't have enough strength to continue on with the knife. So I'm just going to cut everything, and that will be about it. That is how I clean, cut, skin, and fillet my catfish, and I know you can do it too. It's easy, it's simple, and most of all, your catfish is so nice and super clean for whatever recipe that you intend using it in. Okay. I usually don't eat the head part, but I definitely am adding it to my stock. Okay, so do not get rid of it. So I'll set that aside, and just like that, we are done. Here we have our filleted fish, and we also have our cut up fish. Beautifully done. You can do it, and you will be enjoying your catfish from now on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and are inspired to try cleaning your catfish at home. home. Until I see you in the next one, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke onamini ochemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all.